Your child can stop an attacker. Find out how. Next, Oprah.
I said, I'm having a very bad day. I missed my flight.
He held a ticket on ValueJet. He had a seat that's now underwater in the Everglades. Now, he could be the luckiest man alive. Missed the flight on Saturday. Talking to AJ today. Actress Leah Thompson from Caroline in the City comes face-to-face with a gun-waiting carjacker. But she won't give up her Jeep.
In a split second, I guess she decided that she was going to fight, and she started kicking at the gunman.
Want to be happy? Watch this, because AJ just may have found the key.
Money, 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 money.
Not always. The pursuit of happiness.
Life itself.
Today, results of the AJ poll. And how to raise happy kids. Today, AJ shares the secret.
I like it when my family's together.
They were all over MTV, dancing their way through the biggest videos. Then they disappeared. MTV Video Girls, where did you go?
Glass, welcome to American Journal. The difficult and painstaking work of recovering bodies and wreckage from the Everglades plane crash continues. U.S. Navy divers and salvage experts were brought in. It was a terrible tragedy. Well, one of the luckiest people alive today is a man who should have been a passenger on that flight. He told AJ how he missed the plane and cheated death in the swamp. You are looking at the luckiest man alive, a man who thought fate had dealt him a bad hand when he missed his flight, only to learn he was actually holding 4 aces.
I told my wife that I was going to go ahead and take the afternoon flight.
Atlanta businessman Terry Huckabee works for this healthcare company. He had been at the company's Miami office to help set up a laboratory and was scheduled to come home on Saturday in time for Mother's Day, but it just wasn't meant to be.
I had overslept. I got held up by another employee that was asking me questions, and I said, I have to go. It's late, and I have to make the airport. So I jumped in my car and ran as fast as I could to the airport, and found out I was late and missed the flight.
The missed flight was just the beginning. While Huckabee scrambled to get another flight, he lost $1 in a vending machine. Then a woman cut in front of him in line. He was at his wit's end when he went to buy a newspaper and heard some incredible news.
When I grabbed the newspaper and I was paying for it, the lady behind the counter said, how are you doing today? And I said, I'm having a very bad day. I missed my flight. I lost $1 in the vending machine. And you saw what that lady just did to me. And she says, well, the flight from Miami to Atlanta on ValueJet? And I said, yes. She goes, well, you're the luckiest man alive because that just crashed.
Flight 592 had gone down in the Everglades, taking the lives of everyone on board. 109 people were dead, but miraculously, Terry Huckabee was not among them.
I was stunned. The feeling is almost surrealistic because you don't know what to feel because in an instant you think of all the emotions that you could have been on just a few minutes or an hour ago.
The quirks of fate. Had he not slept late, had he not been delayed at the office, this devoted family man would have made his flight and met his death.
I feel very fortunate that I'm always as tardy as I am, because this time it actually saved my life.
And for the rest of his life, Terry Huckabee will never take a single day for granted.
My outlook has changed significantly. When there was a movie with Robin Williams that comes to play, and he said, Carpe Diem. Cat sees the day, I will seize every day.
Well, a New Jersey man was equally unlucky. He switched from his scheduled flight because it had been delayed and managed to get a seat on the doomed ValueJet flight at the last moment. Now, Leah Thompson, star of the hit TV sitcom Caroline in the City, fought off a pair of armed carjackers. Les Trent has the story.
She's married to film director Howard Deutsch and has a hit sitcom on TV. But Caroline in the City star Leah Thompson found the city of Santa Monica a dangerous place as she and a friend wound up staring down the barrel of a carjacker's gun.
All of a sudden, the passenger door opened up where Miss Little was sitting, and a gunman was standing there, pointed a gun at her.
Leah's nightmare began around 10:30 p.m. after giving actress pal Michelle Little a ride to her car. The two had attended a fashion show by designer Todd Oldham. According to police reports, a hooded man jumped out from the shadows waving a gun, while a second gunman attempted to open the car door. Celebrity journalist Lisa Stanley.
A man just stuck a gun right in Leah's face and apparently shouted for her to get out of the car, threatening to shoot her.
According to police, Michelle was getting out of the car but reacted quickly to the danger. She kicked one of the gunmen off balance while Leah put the car in gear. Sergeant Gary Gallinot.
Miss Deutsch was able to put the car into reverse and back up. And when she did so, the car door struck the gunman and actually knocked him to the ground.
One of the gunmen managed to open the back door and grab a velvet pillow, a memento from the Oldham event, as Leah shifted into drive, floored the Jeep Cherokee, and sped away. The frightened women drove to Little's house and called police. Stanley says the terrifying incident could easily have turned to tragedy.
Most people, including the police officer, would think that Leah was brave and not smart, both at the same time. That was a very brave thing she did, but over a car, is it really worth it?
Well, as you heard, although Leah's courage is being praised, police say it's usually safer just to surrender your property to a robber rather than fight an armed man. When we come back, The Pursuit of Happiness, a new AJ series that could show you how to be happy.
Coming up.
Lots of money. Money, 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 money.
Good sex like a Mercedes.
The secret of happiness. It may not be what you think it is. We have the surprising results of an AJ poll, and we'll show you how to raise happier children. That's next on AJ.
Out here, in a geo-tracker, time seems to stand still. No appointments, no time clocks, no 6 a.m. alarms. But back here in reality, time is a-ticking. These and other great offers won't last forever. So whether it's a 2-door or a 4-door, get to know geo-tracker. It's really out there.
The first ever TJ Maxx Lingerie Spectacular. Save 50% and more on the top names. Famous maker bra and panty coordinates, full figure bras, luxurious shapewear, and more. A very special collection of the names you love. So why wait?
Tomorrow in American Journal, the grandmother-to-be of Pamela Lee will also be the nanny.
They're going to make great parents, I know. They're so attentive to each other.
They're packing up to be with Pam.
Should count the days till we get there.
AJ's there for the send-off.
It's going to be nice thinking I don't have to go home in 2 weeks.
That's on AJ next time.
Are you happy? That question is more difficult to answer than it seems. Some people can be happy alone with a good book, and others need to be surrounded by luxuries. Some people are never happy. Well, today we begin a special series on happiness, how to find it, where to find it. We begin by finding out just how happy most of us are. Here's special correspondent Bob Berkowitz.
Good sex should make me happy.
Money. Lots of money. Money, 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 money.
Great sex. And a lot of money.
The idea of what makes somebody happy varies from person to person, but here in Miami, we found a lot of people who link their personal happiness to some very specific things.
Life itself, with my wife 48 years, still happy.
I like a Mercedes.
Let me see, having Brad Pitt on my bed right now definitely will make me happy. I hope you and Ugly here find every happiness together.
And while being with Brad Pitt would likely make a lot of women happy, happiness is often tied to more profound things. Is everybody capable of being happy?
Absolutely.
Dr. Robin Smith is a psychotherapist in Philadelphia who has counseled dozens of people who are searching for joy.
One person said to me that happiness was for her autistic daughter at 9 years old to say mommy. And for another person who is a cancer survivor, happiness was going for that once a year oncologist visit and hearing that their body was still cancer-free.
In an exclusive American Journal bullet poll, 1,800 people nationwide were asked, would you say you're basically happy or unhappy? The results, 86% said they were happy, 14% said unhappy. That means 6 of 7 people say they're happy. Why are you unhappy? Money topped the list, followed by love life, where you live, your family, lack of friends, a spiritual void. So, what would make you happier?
A raise. More money.
That was the #1 answer in our bullet poll, followed by a deeper spirituality and a better love life.
Happier? To meet the right person.
Meantime, we asked one person what stands in the way of her happiness, and she had a key answer.
Probably me.
Interesting. Well, experts tell us that people make the mistake of linking their happiness to something that hasn't happened yet, such as finding a new job or a new relationship. Instead, it's better to find reasons to be happy right now. When we come back, it's easy to tell when children are happy, or is it? We'll show you how to help your children find happiness.
Coming up, children know what makes them happy.
When my family's together.
But do their parents? We'll show you how to raise happier children. Plus, they were the sexy stars of MTV's most controversial videos.
This is what God made, and why not work it?
We'll show you what happened to MTV's video icons next on AJ.
Attitude. He got it. AJ is on. Television's fastest half hour. Stay right there.
CBS Tonight. A doctor's indiscretion.
Feel like taking a walk to the park?
Leads to serious consequences.
They're engaged, so that's why you've been sniffing around.
That could jeopardize his career.
You better watch yourself.
Hey, I will make this simple. It will have professional repercussions for you.
While another doctor fights.
He's going to end up killing you.
He's changed.
He hit you. To save his sister's life.
Multiple blows to the head, signs of blunt force to the abdomen.
America's turning to hope. All new Chicago Hope. CBS Tonight.
The challenge of the great outdoors. Nothing has met it like Jeep Cherokee Sport. It comes with a 190 horsepower engine, available full-time 4-wheel drive, available 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, and driver's airbag. Now lease one for $0 down and $299 a month, including air at no charge. So get into the exciting Jeep Cherokee Sport and challenge the outdoors without challenging your budget.
See your New England Jeep and Eagle dealer.
This was the big day. I was showing my new puppy Morgan, and everybody loved her. I told the class about the pedigree taste test, where puppies prefer the pedigree puppy food over Purina puppy chow 3-to-1. And that's just what I was about to demonstrate. This was Morgan's big moment.
Give your puppy a great head start in life and let Pedigree send you absolutely free this complete Pedigree Puppy Care Package containing an 8-ounce sample of Pedigree puppy food, money-saving coupons on any Pedigree product, and the Pedigree Puppy Care Guide. And just by calling, you'll be eligible to enter the Pedigree Puppy Food for Life sweepstakes with a grand prize of a lifetime supply of Pedigree. And when you call, ask the operator about the exclusive Pedigree Select-A-Dog program that can help in your family's choice of a new puppy, as well as how to order the Pedigree Puppy preschool training video at a special introductory price.
And now for the moment of truth. And she chose Pedigree Puppy, just like in the taste test.
Call now for your Pedigree Puppy Care Package, developed with vets recommended by top breeders.
Here's a fresh breeze, the new Plymouth Breeze. Just think of it as a very affordable, high-performance machine. At Chrysler Plymouth, New England, we'll show you what's new.
Children seem to know how to be happy, and they never hesitate to let you know how they're feeling with a smile or a frown. Experts say children may get their quota of happiness from their parents' frame of mind, and whether they live happy adult lives may depend more on how they're raised than on what they have. Special correspondent Bob Berkowitz found out how you can help raise your children to be happy.
The sound of innocent, carefree children.
Pay $1, pay $1. I did pay $1. You didn't.
Such simple things seem to make them happy.
Okay.
Just listen to these kids at Hillside Elementary School in Closter, New Jersey.
When there's a Jim Carrey movie on TV. I like it when my family's together because we enjoy ourselves. When I tease my baby sister. Visit inside all winter. I can.
On the surface, a new toy or some kind of gadget will make a kid happy, but for the most part, their notions of happiness come from what they learn and see at home. Caroline Axelrod of Long Island, New York, is learning from her parents, Fred and Ann, that getting gifts and trinkets might make you happier for the moment, but not in the long run.
There's a balance I think parents have to do when it comes to buying their kids stuff.
Ann Axelrod doesn't want to give Caroline too many material things for fear her daughter will get the wrong message. Psychiatrist Dr. Harold Koplowitz agrees.
Does a parent make a mistake by giving his kid or her kid everything?
Absolutely. They're doing their child a disservice because by giving their child everything, by gratifying every single desire, they make it impossible for the kids to strive for anything, to anticipate for anything. And also, the world is not going to gratify them. And so there's going to be tremendous disappointment later on.
There's nothing like a smile on a child's face, but can you look at your kid and determine if they're really happy? Not so, says Dr. Koplowitz, author of It's Nobody's Fault. He says, however, there are warning signs of a possibly unhappy kid.
The real key is watching sleep, if that's disturbed, watching their concentration, and watching their appetite. Those are the things that really determine whether or not we're talking about a child that's happy or a child that's depressed.
If you're asking yourself about the origins of happiness, the answer is at birth. Dr. Koplowitz says, remarkably, that kids may be born happy or unhappy, depending on the genes mom and dad pass along.
Depressed mothers tend to have more depressed kids than mothers that are happy. And that's most probably not only what they're doing as a mother, but it's most probably the genetic endowment that they're giving their kids.
But that doesn't mean parents can't improve their kids' chances of being happy. As simple as it sounds, Dr. Koplowitz says, let your kids be kids. Let them smile and act silly. Also, let them accept when things are disappointing without turning it into a catastrophe.
So that if someone doesn't get an A, they can accept a B. If someone can't have Barbie's dream house, the regular house is okay.
And what else can parents do to give their kids a shot at happiness?
Spend quality time with their children. Now, everyone says they're spending quality time, but quality time is reading to your kid, talking to your kid, cooking with your child, and spending that quality time with your child is really giving a connectedness to the child that's going to make their life much fuller, more comfortable, and obviously happier.
What kind of values have you instilled in Caroline that hopefully will make her a happier, or at least a happier person?
Be who you are. Just don't try to be somebody else. Be true to yourself and stand for what you believe in, and the rest will follow.
And with me now is Bob Berkowitz. Bob, fascinating story. You know, I know as a parent that all we really want is for our children to be happy, but what is the one thing we can do to ensure that?
Well, as Dr. Koplowitz said, quality time is not enough. You really have to be there with your kid. You have to be there when he or she is doing the homework, talking to them, spending time with them, taking walks with them, and helping your child appreciate what he or she has in life. And the simple things, a nice day as opposed to having a great set of clothes or something.
It's interesting. So what you're saying is you don't have to take them to the circus. No. It's better to take them for a walk and
appreciate
talk.
A nice day. You know, right. That's just as important as having something or going someplace.
And what about adults? What can adults do to be happy?
You know, the experts tell us that one of the most important things that somebody can do in their life to be happy is to have a purpose or a mission in life, something that's outside of you, something that's outside of your need for pleasure. Helping others, perhaps, in a charitable pursuit is an excellent way of getting some kind of real inner happiness.
And I know you're going to tell us more about that tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Bob, thank you. Now, they were rock video icons. What centerfolds are to Playboy, what showgirls are to Las Vegas, these sexy stars of music videos were to MTV. So what happened to these women? Elisa White found out.
I think I was in shock throughout the whole experience.
They drove teenage boys wild.
I got my husband because of the videos.
Electrifying music videos with their perfect bodies and sexy smiles.
I was just being a brat because I was popular back then.
They're video icons. The youngest and newest of them all is Alicia Silverstone, who most recently parlayed her appearances with Aerosmith into a film career. But her way was paved by 80s icons from an MTV generation, where sexy lips were as important as guitar licks. Bobby Brown was the sweetest idea the band Warrant ever had. They cast her just after Bobby won a 13-week sweep as a Star Search spokesmodel.
It was cool because I was in the video as much, if not more, than the band, which is really unheard of. I mean, usually you have your token chick in the video, and it's like 1 or 2 flashes, and you're done.
Bobby says the video was sex-driven, and it was all in good fun.
I'm proud of who I am and what I look like, and this is what God made, and why not work it?
She went on to marry and separate from the band's lead singer, and now has custody of their 4-year-old daughter, Taylor.
She's my best friend. We sleep together, we take baths together, we do facials together, we do our nails together. She's, if I'm depressed, she knows how to make me smile.
Model Gina Tomasino was first exposed as a Playboy centerfold in 1980, but it was as a ZZ Top girl that Gina found fame.
The video was incredible. It got me a lot of recognition, got me a lot of great dates.
Now Gina, who is a real estate broker, wife, and mother of 3, is more thrilled when she gets recognized for moving real estate rather than moving her hips. But if ZZ Top came calling again, she'd take their cue.
I'd be there in a minute. I'd probably go on a diet for a few days.
Tatiana was an accomplished ballerina and model before she moved to Hollywood and auditioned for the King of Pop.
It was a little nerve-wracking knowing that he was there and he was watching.
She says the exposure was a double-edged sword.
I sometimes think perhaps I got too much, to where I was just too overexposed and no one wanted to touch me because once again it was quote-unquote the Michael Jackson girl.
Tatiana continues to model and study acting. She's hopeful she will one day get to prove she is much more than Michael's video girl.
I'm very happy because I'm very optimistic and I strongly feel that there's something out there waiting for me. And when the time comes, I'll be ready.
And Lori Werner, who had controversial scenes in Prince's video, Diamonds and Pearls, is on Broadway right now in the revival of A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. She says she wasn't comfortable with the scenes she was asked to do for the Prince video and would not do them again. When we come back, we asked you to vote for the best TV mom. The results were really amazing.
Sure, Kiss-Proof lipstick is good, but only one can be called great. New Great Lip by Maybelline. The first Kiss-Proof lipstick that's triple conditioned. Feels great on, won't budge off. New Great Lip.
Still blowing time waiting for your nails to dry? Maybelline presents Great Finish, the fastest drying nail enamel. Goes from wet to set in 2 minutes flat. Woo! New Great Finish.
On the phone. She'll be home late. Said, whip up something now. Don't wait. Cheese to the rescue. Make a chicken cheddar grill. Chicken cheddar salsa too. Cheese again. Now toast it. Oh, cheese to the rescue. Rescue me. Hey, they love it. A family crave. Look at them eat. Even Dad's amazed. Cheese to the rescue. To the rescue. Cheese.
It's anti-itching. It's anti-redness. It's antihistamine relief for your eyes. New OcuHist antihistamine eye drops. Clinically proven to relieve red, itchy eyes faster than the leading antihistamine pill. Get new OcuHist from Visine.
Michael, what can you tell us about your future plans?
I'd like to buy myself a ballpark.
Michael Jordan is going to buy a Major League ballpark
start the Yankee motorbike. Will he buy Comiskey?
Your usual, Mr. Jordan, one ballpark.
Ballpark Franks, so full of flavor they plump when you cook them.
Dodge Dakota is #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. #1 in horsepower. #1 in torque. Even #1 in towing. So it should come as no surprise that across America, Dodge pickups are #1 in sales growth. Now get up to $3,500 off on Dodge Dakota, including $1,000 cash back.
See your friendly New England Dodge dealer today. Get healthy, Connecticut, as Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Channel 3 bring you the Governor's Fitness Challenge.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been in the business of keeping people healthy for almost 60 years now.
Accept the challenge, Connecticut. All it takes is moderate exercise 30 minutes a day, 4 times a week.
Take some time, exercise, get the blood circulating.
Call now to receive your free Governor's Fitness Challenge entry form and a chance to win a trip for 4 to the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta.
Frankly, it was a mission impossible, but we did it. Mission Impossible is about to open in movie theaters, and we tracked down the original cast of the TV series. That's next time on AJ.
Tomorrow on American Journal, Mission Impossible the movie is coming, so AJ's on a mission too.
This is your mission should you choose to accept it.
AJ's rounding up the original cast of the 70s hit TV series. See how they've changed. Plus, the grandmother-to-be of Pamela Lee will also be the nanny.
And they're going to make great parents, I know. They're so attentive to each other.
They're packing up to be with Pam.
Count the days till we get there.
AJ's there for the send-off.
It's going to be nice thinking I don't have to go home in 2 weeks.
That's on AJ next time.
Finally today, we asked you to vote for your favorite TV mom, and the results were surprising. #4 was Carol Brady of the Brady Bunch with 3%. #3 was Sybil with 14%. Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show was second with 18%. And #1 with more votes than the others put together was ER's heartbroken would-be mother, Susan Lewis. And that's all for today. I'm Nancy Glass. Please join us again tomorrow for another American Journal.